Good day and welcome to yet another edition of Game Time with Marco. Thank you for joining us and thank you for your views, your comments, and for those of you that haven't liked our page, please do make sure that you like and subscribe to our page so that we can continue giving you the content that you like. Today, like we always do, we have another special guest in the studio as we continue looking at women's football and development of women's football, and none other than Stacey Naris, the former Brave Gladiators vice captain, and she has a lot of clubs that she played for locally as well as internationally, starting off with V-Power Angels here, as well as looking at clubs like Unambokis and Okanja Beauties and so on and so forth. Stacey, thank you for joining us.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Marco.
Yeah, I've been struggling to get hold of you. I don't know what's been happening. Stacey, please, let's now start the interview.
No problem.
Take us through your football journey. Like, tell us where you were born, which school you went to, and when did you start playing football, and why football?
And why
football? For a beautiful lady like you could have been a model. Mm-hmm. You could have been a netball player. Okay. You could have been a lawyer, but you chose football. Why?
Did I chose football? And Marco, funny enough, there was no prominent figure, a footballer in my family. My father was not there. There was not a family member that did that. But I was born in Ludritz, in the south of Namibia.
Oh, you're from Ludritz?
I'm a Boegter. I'm a whole Boegter.
Oh,
yeah.
It says a lot now.
Born in Ludritz, but raised in the capital.
Okay.
So what happened is I started my school journey at Steenkamp Primary School. So that's where the whole journey started. Just at the age of 13, that is when I started playing for the senior women's national team.
At 13?
At the age of 13, I was the rookie of the team. So what happened there was, in primary school, there was no active football or girls football per se. At school? So at school, at the primary school. So the whole thing started in the streets, in the humble streets of Nama location, where I played with the boys, just in panties and without any t-shirt. That's where it all started. So my mother wasn't very keen.
You never felt out of place playing with the ball, with the boys?
Never. I actually never did. I actually felt in. And that is my thing. I always wanted to stand out. I always wanted to be different from the rest. So it all started in the streets.
Do you remember some of the boys that you played with?
Of course I did. Because we went to school together.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I could not play with them at school, but then when you come back home, that's where you got to play with them.
Did any of them make it maybe to the Premier League or to the national team?
What is it? I have... What is his name? He currently plays in defense in the national team. But we'll get back to it. We are also from the same location, but he was my junior at primary school. So from there, we started off with going into, because at primary school we did not have any active girls football team. I played netball. I was an excellent center.
Which position? Center?
I was a center. I'm a short girl. I know, now that you're speaking about being a model with these short legs, no, it's not going to happen.
No, but I've seen short models. Quite a few. At the window fashion show, I've seen a couple that I felt they're not that tall. With the heels, obviously, it takes me a bit proud. When did you really take football serious? I mean, you started playing for the national team at 13. I think you're the youngest ever national team player.
I was the youngest one. So where it all started, when I started my high school in grade 8,
Which school?
That was Eldorado High School in Commercial. So they did not have a girls club. They did not have girls football at high school still. So what happened there is Jackie Shipanga came there as a teacher in my 9th year. So when I was grade 9, she was a teacher at Eldorado, and that's where the school team started. So I was then captain of the team, and in the same year, 2005, it's when Okanja Beauties was also established. It's the first club that I played for. So that is where where the official play of soccer actually started. And I can remember vividly when we had to leave 2005 for Botswana. I was not even considered for the team. It was just that one of the players were not able to make it, and just the very same day that the team had to leave for the Kosasa games in Botswana, 2004 when I was grade 8, then Jackie Shipanga had to come pick me up with the bus, with the team having to leave. So for the whole tournament, I was 13 years old, so I had to sit out the whole tournament and just watch my team players play.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's where the whole international exposure came from. So the love from there just grew. And what stood out for me was 2006 when I was just in grade 10. We played the Kosafa. And that's where we won silver in that tournament.
Where was it? Was it here? Or?
It was in Zambia.
In Zambia, yeah?
In Zambia. In Zambia.
So did you have a passport already by when Jackie came to pick you up? Was the passport ready?
The passport was ready.
Oh, okay.
The passport was ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we left Botswana, it was ready.
Yeah.
Because I trained with the team. I was too young. I had no experience, nothing. And just when this player could not go, I was then picked up. And
so how was that feeling? Take us through that feeling. What were your thoughts, your thought process during that time, the feeling and just being with the other bigger girls? How did you feel about it?
Obviously a feeling of being scared, but one thing also
What scared you?
I was 13 years old. I was just a child, and I was amongst the Stella Williamses. I was amongst giants of football. You understand? And it was something new. I've never left the country, and it was quite an exciting experience as well. But then one thing, I as a child, I've always loved a challenge. So I think that is what actually pushed me through.
Okay, all right. So you go to the Kosasa games in Botswana. You don't play, but being with the team, what was it? How did you feel there? What was the feeling? Being in Botswana, it's a foreign country, foreign language. The food almost the same but different. The weather almost the same but also a bit different. How do you feel? Number
one, the uniformity. I got to wear the tracksuit of the national team. I had a feeling of belonging, and knowing that I was seen as the baby of the team, the rookie. Everybody protected me. Everybody, so I felt safe with my teammates. So it was an exciting experience, especially having to go back to school and tell all of these people what my experience was. So in as much as I sat on the bench and watching my team players play, cheering them on, and just thinking, this could be me in a couple of years. And it was not long, just the next year, I was then part of the team playing.
Did you get paid? Were you guys getting paid that time?
No, we did not get paid. It's because it was ball games. It was ball games, so no payments.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then now you go to Zambia for Kosafa. Was that where you made your debut?
That is where I made my debut.
Do you remember the game?
I actually got to play all 3 matches. We played the final against Banyana.
Okay, let's talk about the first match. We'll go to the final. Let's talk about the first match. Do you remember it?
I cannot remember.
How can you not remember your debut?
I know. I think I'm getting old, Marco.
Oh, you're not old. Spring chicken.
But yeah, I can remember the final. That was the standout for me.
The first match you can't remember it. The second match?
Okay, I can remember we played against Swaziland. We whipped Swaziland. Nice. Can't remember the score, but then we had a good match against Swaziland.
And then the third match?
Okay, it was South Africa. Zambia. Did we play Zambia? I can't remember.
No, Zambia. The first match for Zambia was here at AFCON. That I know.
At AFCON, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, let's talk about the final against Bafana Bafana. Obviously, it will stand out. I don't blame you for forgetting the other matches. Playing Bafana Bafana, Banyana. Sorry, Banyana. Please don't kill me. Playing Banyana will always stand out for the fact that they are giants in African football. They are also their development in terms of women's development football wise. It's way ahead of us, and plus they are our rivals in everything that we do, whether it's education, whether it's football, whether it's rugby or anything. They will always be our rivals. Even partying and everything, they are always our rivals. So you will always remember it. Now take us through that final. How did you guys play and how did you feel yourself?
Okay, firstly, the fact when Namibia has to face South Africa, as you rightfully said, the rivalry is on another level. There is no way that we would want to lose against South Africa. But Banyana is a force to reckon. We actually went out that game 0-0, and on penalties, South Africa won.
So you lost on penalties?
We lost on penalties.
How painful was it?
It was, please don't even start. Because Stephanie Hummel, that may her soul rest in peace, that missed that penalty. I can just imagine how she felt at the time. But then again, I also believe that everything happens for a reason. It was also until date until date, I think that was one of the Gladiators' biggest achievement, to come to second place in Kosafa.
Kosafa, yeah.
So it was a memory. We played against the likes of Portia Modise, and she was an amazing player at the time. So it was an excellent exposure. I think from there, I can remember the one instance where I could not continue playing. I think it was, say, about the game was almost finished, but as at the left back position where I played, I just told myself I need to continue even though I can't, because once there will be a loophole. So I just need to continue and fight. And I had a very, very bad groin injury at the time. But then that match taught me that perseverance, and then just to keep on fighting. It was an amazing match, but then obviously the hurt that one feels to lose on penalties. So, yeah.
It's always tough. It's always tough. You spoke about Jackie coming to teach you. What role did she play in your development as a player and in the general development of Namibian football?
Personally, she played an impactful role in my career as a football player. As I rightfully said, I was the rookie of the team. I always felt a sense of protection, especially from the management and from the more senior players. It's the one person that really believed in me, because back then, especially defenders are known as big and bulky players. As short as I am, I was very tiny, but then she saw the fierceness and the lioness I become once I get onto the pitch. And she was asked by other coaches, the assistant coaches, like, why are you selecting Stacey? And then she's like, she has proven herself over and over on the pitch, but then she does not have the caliber of a defender but then let her play, let her demonstrate what she can do. And then the belief that she had in me, that then grew on me, and then just made me want to prove everybody wrong.
In terms of now her role in developing Namibian women's football, what can you say about it?
I believe that especially the two Jackies, they had such a big role, and I would talk about from grassroots. From grassroots, when you speak about the NFA grassroots, the Girls and Goals League that was on, I've been a volunteer for the Girls and Goals for as long as I remember, when I was still actively part of the team. So their roles in fighting for the girl child, advocating for the girl child was impeccable. Always being the voice for the girl child, the different developments. If you can see in all the different regions where the Girls and Goals League has been started, and today we can see the membering Gondas, the Lena Nora says them. These were girls that came from the grassroots and that are top players currently. So, and they definitely had a hand in this.
In that, okay. Now let's look at the local league. When you were playing in the local league, starting from your time at Okahanja Beauties, coming all the way to V-Power as well as Unam Pokis. How was the league then, and how competitive was it? And in terms of the players, how serious were the players? And administrative-wise, were you guys being taken serious by the administrators of football to say, we have a women's league, let's protect it the same way we protect a men's league?
Do you know what, Marco? Back then, as players, and I would personally talk about myself, we really did not look at the more technical side of things, the more administrative side of things. I started playing for Okahanja Beauties. Okahanja Beauties back then were known as it was the one club that was always, and we actually contributed money for our tracksuits, our shorts. We always looked unified. And that is what scared the other.
So you took out money from your pockets to buy the team uniforms?
Like we would contribute from what we have. And then the clubs would definitely also give what they, but then just the uniformity that we had within the team. And we would walk away with scores like 15-0, 20-0. So
you were a top club then?
We were a top club. I don't know how you don't know about Okahanja Beauties.
No, like I told you, I was never really into women's football. I got exposed during the AFCON.
Yeah.
And from there, that's where when I really started. That's when I fell in love with women's football. Not with the women, but with women's football.
Understood.
And I ended up really covering a lot of their matches, Kosafa, and I remember, I think we went together to Zim one year with the government bus. Long journey, but we persevered. I've attended a lot of training sessions with the women's football team now, and really it grew into me. Now let's look at your journey now from V-Power. From Okanja. Where did you go to?
From Okanja Beauties, I played for Yunnan Bokis.
Locally, yeah?
Locally. And then from Yunnan Bokis, I played for V-Power, also not very long.
Yeah. Yes. So there was a time where you got an opportunity to go overseas.
Oh, yes.
Take us through there.
It was a collaboration between the NFA and the DFB in Germany. So it was a 9-month contract that was signed for me to go to Germany. So basically it was a type of exchange program where I got to work in Germany. I got to study. I got to learn the language. I could speak, read and write in 3 months fluently. Ich spreek auch ein bisschen Deutsch.
My data of Germany.
Yeah, that's also depleted.
Yeah, I finished. I had a German guy sitting there earlier on, so.
Okay. Okay, so when I left for Germany, that was 2011, 2012. That was the time 2012, 2013.
Now, how was the experience?
Look, Marco, 2012 when I left for Germany, it was just, I left in August of 2012.
Yeah.
In July of 2012 is when I lost my dad. May he so rest in peace. And during the time with the, obviously it has just been a month. So you are going to a totally new country. It's a new continent, and it was snowing.
Very cold.
By the time that I came there, it was in August, so approaching December. In December, it was snowing. So you don't know. It was unfamiliar. The people don't speak much English, and I was scared. But then the host father that had me there, his name was Georg Peter Meyer. Until this day, we are still in very good contact. And I had an option. I was then asked, Stacey, would you prefer to stay with one guest family for the remainder of the 9 months, or would you like to split it up with 3 families within the 9 months? I opted for the 3 families because
for the experience,
and that was amazing. I was with 3 different families. I had an amazing team that I played for. There is something that I would never, the international exposure that I have until this day, the connections that I've made until this day, it's amazing, Marco.
Yeah. In terms of lessons that you learned there, what lessons did you learn in Germany?
Okay, so in terms of the football, I played for a 4th division, and that you cannot compare with Namibian football because their standards are way higher than
4th division.
4th division. I played for the 4th division, went to the 3rd division. So this is basically just the clubs that you play for, you're just getting a lot of exposure. You are then introduced to other clubs that you need to play for. Veo Kochipati until this day is still in Germany.
You went together?
We did not go together.
Oh, okay.
She left before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she currently still, I believe she's part of the team currently.
She's part of the team, yes.
She's currently part of the, in Cape Town?
In camp in South Africa.
Camp, correct. So in terms of what I have learned, I don't think, I think when I came back from Germany, there is a lot of things that I picked up. Your reasoning, your thinking methods, it's quite different. And traveling does that. Different exposures does that. Your way of communicating, and until this day you would have connections with people that you speak to over there, and also it's just that you also make way for the next person that comes then. Yeah,
especially with how you handle yourself or carry yourself with the host families and the host federation. And then what were you studying when you were there?
I did not study. It is basically you just get to learn the language. We went to different classes. We went to classes to learn the language, also to make things easier for yourself. So I did not go there to study. So it's just to learn the language and get acquainted to, obviously, because the daily interactions that you have. So during the day, I would go to my German lessons, and then in the evenings, then I would then attend my football lessons.
In terms of the culture, what was the difference? You know, we're talking about the snow. How were people socializing the snow in winter? How is their winter compared to ours? The food, how was it?
Okay. I would say that it's actually quite different. You'd also find Germans that are they're very indifferent. They're indifferent in the sense that the second guest family that I stayed with, I would get the most absurd questions. Like, listen, when you are in Namibia, are there lions and things roaming around you guys? Like, okay, yeah, no, we ride on the lions, you know. Yeah, but then besides that, it's a country that is also very fond of Namibia.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a country that is very fond of Namibia.
So there's a lot of similarities.
There's especially with the Swakop moons and the towns actually have the building infrastructures and things. They're a bit similar. Oh, and I loved my beer. I'm a black German, Marco. Oh, I love the beer. I love the beer. Obviously after the matches and things, yes. But now currently she's non-alcoholic.
What happened?
I know, and there is the one thing. You mean the non-alcoholic?
Yeah.
And there is the one thing that I've always asked. Why is it that people ask when somebody doesn't drink, why don't you drink?
No, I'm not saying why don't you. I'm saying what happened, because the last time I saw you, we had one or two together.
And we enjoyed it. Was fun.
Yes.
Okay, there also just comes a time where you had enough of what you had, and you just feel that, okay, no.
No, I understand.
Yes.
Let's look at football now in Namibia right now. Are you by any chance involved in women's football?
At the moment, not at all.
Why not? I mean, with your experience, you could be adding one or two things.
I know, I truly know, and I've tried being part of it, but there's football politics that we can talk about on another day.
No, let's talk about it today. Because for me, how many caps do you have for the national team? I think you're one of the... At that particular time, 2017, 2018, I think you're one of the highest.
I had
the highest. It was you, Mami, not even Zenata was there in terms of of caps. Memory. You were the top. We were in the top 4, top 5 of people with caps. And for me, it comes with the experience that you have. And with that kind of experience, having also gone to Germany, having played for the Brave Gladiators,
and Marco,
having
that's
played
where
in
it
the
comes
final.
in. It's not that one is not wanting to or willing not wanting to be.
So why are you not part of the structures of football? I mean, you speak of the two Jackies having this influence. I'm sure somewhere, if you go to them and say, look, I'm available, they will find somewhere to fit you.
When one looks at what is currently happening or what was happening, say, in the past 4 or 5 years, one really just push yourself back and says, no, I don't want to be part of this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There also comes a time when and it also comes with character, Marco. It comes with character. When you don't want to be part of certain types of elements, certain types of things, you keep yourself away from certain type of things. It burns my heart until this day, because a lot of people ask me, but Stacey, how is it possible that you are not part of the structures? And
I'm also one of those people.
Yes, and it's not that I, Marco, am not willing. I'm not. It's not that I am not willing to be part of the structures of women's football, especially. But the Marco, things happen.
Things happen.
Yeah.
You're saying it's football politics. I mean, everything is politics. Even at church, there's church politics.
Correct.
Even at the bars, there's bar politics. Somehow we always find a way of maneuvering around them. Would you, if given an opportunity, would you find yourself maybe at a club, or even at the women's desk, doing something there, related to football?
There is a definite yes, Marco. There is a definite. It has always been my passion. It has
So
always
what would it take
been my
for you to
biggest love.
What would it take for you to do that?
You know, there was a time that I attended a business summit at the Hilton Hotel. I think at the time, the Brave Warriors were also in action at the time, and then I found what is the finance lady at the NFA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I met her. She was in the bus just waiting to offload water for another team. And she's like, Stacey, it's been a long time. Very good to see you. Good to see you too. And she's like, you should come pop in. I said, no, definitely will do so. So it is also get out there. Get out there, avail yourself. And
Have you done any coaching courses?
I have done a number of coaching courses, but then my interest is not in coaching. I am more, because when I was still an active player, I did more the administrative part of it. So I would always assist Natasha with the administrative part of it when the team has to leave for Germany, with the visas and on all of that. And funny enough, I currently am in immigrations as we speak. That's where what I currently do.
I'm looking at even being a team manager of the team of the Brave Gladiators. Have you not been approached by maybe the coach or somebody?
I have, in the time of Hoodie.
Yes.
Hoodie Jacobs.
Yeah.
So I was part of the team. Whatever happened there, the team left. I was told, I don't know what excuse there was given, but then I did not go with the team. And it's what I'm saying, Marco, it's not that one is not willing to be part. I was part of the team. I was part of the list. You understand?
And then all of a sudden...
Yes, and I get from this excuse to know who was supposed to do this and who was supposed to do that.
So is it a matter of maybe you stepped on somebody's toes at NFA?
Oh, goodness, no.
Oh, okay.
And if I did too, oh my goodness.
Yeah, because look, with your experience, like you're saying, you are doing a lot of administrative work. I also remember you also did part of some administrative work with the Players Union, Namibia Players Union. Take us through that period as well. When you were working there, how important was that for football?
I feel it was very, very important. I just after 2014, the next year in 2015, I started working for the Players Union.
Yes.
For people in football, it's not always a joy to have to be or associate yourself with people from the unions. Do you understand? Because you advocate for players' rights. You advocate for what players do. You are, because I was a liaisons officer at the time when I started off, so I would liaise between the clubs, the players, and then just find common ground. Do you understand? So as an active player at the time and advocating for my players, and also one thing about me, Marco, for me, what's right is right. And that also does not sit well with do you understand? Exactly. And I probably feel that could also be a contributor, but then I've always felt that I will stand for my truth.
What challenges did you face there? Like you're saying, you're still an active player, but you're also now in the Players Union as a player liaison officer, and now you have to be a player under this coach or this owner, and then you come here, you have to sit at the same table and you talk on level grounds. They are no longer your boss or the club owner or the coach or whatever. You are now at the same level. How challenging was that?
It was very, very challenging, Marco, to the sense that, but then if people know their roles, because I take off my cap as a player and then I put on my cap as an advocate, as a representative of my player and their rights. So if we understood that whole concept, I don't think there would be issues of a player being sidelined because of certain issues, because that's again not the same level. Do you understand? So as I said,
probably
politics.
That might have contributed in politics. Yeah.
Yes.
In terms of the Players Union right now, we don't have a Players Union.
We don't.
Yeah. How backward have we gone in terms of the players' rights? We have seen the Brave Gladiators even during your time, not much during your time per se, but after you guys left, we saw a lot of strikes from the Brave Gladiators because they would not be getting paid what they're supposed to get paid. the accommodation is not the same as the Brave Warriors. How imperative is it that we must have a players' union?
I think it's very important, Marco, because this becomes the ultimate voice for the players, for the voiceless players. It came to a point where I can vividly remember it was the under-20 match of the boys.
Yeah.
That's when me and a number of players, including the likes of Mamika Sauna and a few other players that were part of the team back then, where we went on a full-blown strike. A full-blown strike, where we basically went with our placards at the stadium and
started
demonstrating. So it had to go to lengths like that. Do you understand? While you work so hard, you are in camp, you sacrifice, you do all of that, and yet time and again it's the players don't receive their money. Do you understand? And many of the players back then were the sole breadwinners, and they did not have any other income. Do you understand? So it's very imperative to have a players union, to have a representative, to be the voice of the voiceless. And I think the stance that I wanted to go into, it did also not sit well with a lot of people. So hence also why today I probably not in the structures and things.
And let's talk about the salaries. We obviously we're talking about women's football. Now let's compare them to men's football. During your days, were you guys getting the same amount as the Brave Warriors?
Definitely not. Let's not. You don't even need to finish your sentence, Marco. Yeah, so it was never the same. We never camped where the Brave Warriors camped. Do you understand?
And
it was never the same.
The allowances?
Please don't. Let's go with that. Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, there are fights now from even from FIFA to say we want to level the ground. Is it possible in Namibia to level the ground and say a player that plays for African Stars men's team can earn the same as a player for African Stars women's team? Is it possible?
There's a very long way to go for that.
What do we need to do? According to you,
what needs to be done? I think, Marco, it has to do with the administrative part of it. It has to be with the people that run football in Namibia. You know, if that mentality comes in, that it should be the same for the girl child and for the men. Do you understand? If that comes in, but then also with the mentality of this is a men's game, that's predominantly for men. Do you understand?
Can we change that now? Can we get you in the structures and get you at NFA, maybe as the president of NFA?
Oh, yeah, nah. I think, Marco, now we're talking.
Yeah. I mean, if change begins with you.
Change begins with me. You know, I totally agree with what you're saying. As you also rightfully said, it's for me to get it's really hurtful, Marco. The fact that I'm not part of the structure, it's something that totally hurts me. And I would out here, captain, vice captain, how are you not part of the team anymore? What is going on? I just got an inbox today of somebody that asked, top player, what happened? Why are you not part of the team? Did you retire? You know, questions like that. Many of those that also do not know that in 2018 I was in a failed car hijacking, and after that I could not continue playing, because until this day I still would have played, because after giving birth I went back and I played.
Yeah. Let's look at the current football, the league. They got, I think, for 3 seasons, they had a sponsorship of about 2.53 million Namibian dollars. How important is such sponsorship for women's football?
It is extremely important, Marco. Again, it boils down to the administrative part of that. How is that being handled? Who is handling it? How is this being distributed? You understand? And what's the transparency around that? Do you understand? What is that? What figures are we seeing? What is it? What's the plan? What's the structure? Is there something that is set in place for this money? How this money is going to be allocated? Do you understand? So it all boils down to that.
And when was the last time you watched a local football match for women?
Oh, Marco.
Because I hardly see you at the stadium.
I don't go.
Why?
Marco, should I answer you now?
Yeah, please. I just want to know. You don't watch the football. You played football from the age of 13. You're in the national team, but your fellow ladies are playing. You're not there not to support them. Just being there, your presence being there, actually inspires some of them. Like you said, somebody inboxed you to ask you if you are still playing. There are people who still are your fans. There might be fewer than they were then, but seeing you at the stadium will inspire one or two children, and that's enough.
I know.
Yeah. So yes, why are you not coming to watch women's football? Is it the quality? Again, did you step on somebody's toes to say they don't want to see you in the field? Are you fighting with the referees, or are you fighting with your fellow women players? What is it? Do you hate football? Are you busy? What is it? Let us know what the problem is. Should I come and get you so we go watch football together? What?
I don't know, but at some point, and as I rightfully said, this was my one true love. This is something that if I had such a stressful day, the moment I stepped onto the pitch, I forget about anything else and everything else. It has been part of my life. It has been. It actually I don't know. It's reluctance. It's the flame. At some point has died, Marco.
Are you angry at football?
I am not.
You just fell out of love with football?
Not really fell out of love. I lean more towards the side of disappointment. But the love for football would never and can never die. Did
you watch the Brave Gladiators on TV, at least?
When?
On TV, when they play, like they are playing the qualifiers.
I would watch the live, and I would literally, if I was there, like you play back the memories, and it's amazing. And many a times when I drive past the NFM, like the memories created there. So it's not a thing of hate. It's not a thing of I don't want to be there, or people don't want me to be there, because even if they don't want, I will pitch up.
All right, let's look at the future for you. What would you like to do in terms of giving back to football? What would you like to do if you were given an opportunity? What would you like to do to give back to football?
To give back to football?
Yes.
Marco, that is a good one, and I actually feel very guilty for that, because I have a daughter. I have an 8-year-old daughter. That when she sees she's 8 now. So when she sees my pictures, when she sees the trophies, the medals, like, Mama, why are you not playing anymore? Why are we not going to watch games? Because when she was very younger, I would take her along to watch the matches and things. I am being. I think it's more a thing of I will need to get back. And what I'll need to do is, because I see a lot of girls, I see a lot of parents that would call me and, Stacey, do you perhaps have an academy? But then that is not my line. My line is more into, as I told you, more administration. So it's for me to start, because Unam Bokis has reached out to me. The coach of Unam Bokis, who is also a former player, has reached out to me, and I told her I'm more than willing to be part of the team. So Stacey, please, with the defense, if it's not with the defense, come in administratively, come in as the team manager and so forth. And I'm willing to do that, and I think that it's where I'll start.
I'll ask you this question: who was your, of all the coaches that you played with, who was your favorite that you played under?
That I played under?
Yes, all the coaches that coached you from your primary school, streets, primary school, club level, and international level, even the ones in Germany. Who was your favorite and why?
And why?
Yes. But the most important part is, who was your favorite?
Who was my favorite coach? Jackie Shipanga. Jackie Shipanga, definitely. Also being my first formal coach. First formal coach. I think it's the one person that ignited the flame that was already there. And as I told you previously, it's somebody that truly believed in me, that saw what others, that's the reason, that saw what others did not see.
Yeah, I'm listening.
This is football, Marco, is it's something very emotional, something very dear to my heart.
Yeah.
You understand? So she definitely, she's the one coach that I enjoyed playing under. Very tough at times, but there's so much that I've learned from her.
What life lessons did you learn from her? Not football lessons, but life lessons.
Life lessons.
Yes.
I'm telling you now, Markov, in the streets where I grew up, in Nama location, girls that are my peers have up to 4 or 5 kids that are living lives that I believe that they themselves are not proud of today. But then it was the one person that if she would see me and then she regarded me as her own child, and because of that strictness and because of the tough love that she gave, that also kept me away from suicidal dangers.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think it's the I believe it's the one person that even besides football would call up and check up on you. Is everything okay? Are you okay? And trust me, camping is the one thing that, because football in itself has kept me away from so many things, you are always in camp, and once you're coming back from camp or from a training match, you are home, you are tired, you are exhausted. And besides that, during camp there are so many lessons that we would be given, you know, as young ladies, as young women, what we would do, what is it, the do's and the don'ts. So besides that, I would say that that's the one person that I truly as a child looked up to.
In terms of the players that you played with, who is your favorite player?
Players that I played with?
Yes, that you played alongside, whether it's at club level, national team level in Germany. Who is that person that you always feel safe to be with on the pitch, to say, if Marco is there in midfield, then I know we are having a good game, regardless of whether Marco is off form or on form, we are having a good game?
I would say 2 players.
Okay.
The one was Bianca Fredericks. May her soul rest in peace. She wore the number 12.
Yeah.
She was from Keetman, so she was known as Francis van die 12, because Keetmanshoop has 12 letters. She wore number 12. Bianca Fredericks gave me the nickname Pero. So
that's your nickname. Why am I only hearing about that now?
Yeah. Yeah, so my team players know me as Pero. Bianca Fredericks gave me that name. So the reason I was given that name is, so that's where the second player comes in play, which is, it's very odd, but it's Klinky Fredericks. Klinky started off, when we started playing, she was a defender. Yes, she was an amazing defender. And when I started off playing, I started on the right back. She was centre back. And I would run after Klinky. Stacey, stay there. That is your position. I would follow Klinky around. She was an amazing defender. No nonsense defender. So that was the one person. When I know that I'm with Klinky on the field, it's the one person that really kept me going. And Bianca Fredericks, she was a darling. She was amazing in the midfield. So when Stella and Bianca are in the midfield, it's gone.
You'd always be safe.
It's gone.
Yeah. All right. The football misconceptions, and one of them in women's football is that all women that play football are lesbians.
Story of my life.
Yeah. So I don't know. I at least I'm lucky to have had an opportunity to be close to women footballers, and I understand something that an ordinary person out there does not understand. That kind of misconception, what would you say about it?
First of all, it's a preference. It's a preference.
Yeah.
Right? For a girl child to start playing football doesn't automatically mean that you want to date other girls, or that you are seeing other girls. And they've always mistaken me, because when I started playing, I was just a child and I would follow my teammates around. So they say you are who you hang with, you are who you associate yourself with. But then it's the group of girls that I felt safe with. Do you understand? So for them, and people were actually quite surprised when I felt pregnant.
So
Like, how is it possible?
So it was a stereotype to say.
It was a stereotype because I played football. No, she definitely is lesbian, or she's dating girls. But then how did the lesbian get pregnant? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So but then I don't give head to those things. I seriously don't. For me, it was about, and my mom was actually against it. My dad was my number one fan. It was the first person that would be at the stadium to watch me play.
So your mom was against you playing football?
Yes.
Why?
My mother felt that, Stacey, why? With all other games that can be there are doors that you can play with. Why would you want to play football? And then just that drove me literally to go and want to play more football. But then later on, she was so proud.
Would you allow your daughter to play football?
Oh, I would. And not only that, I would allow for her to play whatever sport that she would love to. And I would not inflict, because I played football, for her to play football as well.
No, I mean, with what you went through in football and what you're going through right now, knowing how the game can either make you or break you,
Times have changed, Marco. Times have definitely changed. The mindsets have changed. You can also not change everybody's minds.
Yeah.
And if people are open-minded, and it also boils down to how is it that you raise your child.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to that.
In terms of now, I'll ask you to list for me about 11 players. You can include yourself.
Yeah,
at club level. At club level that you played with. You can choose the formation that you want your team to look like.
Okay.
Let's start off with the club level players.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one are the top 11 players? The ones that you say these ones are the best of the best, the cream de la cream.
So my best club 11 would be, my goalkeeper would be Kiparos.
She's still playing?
She's still playing.
But why, before even you go there, why did you retire? Because those are people that you played with and they were older than you.
I know, Marco.
I'm tempted to ask you. I'm tempted to ask how old you are on the podcast.
I'm 34.
You're a chicken spring, to be honest.
I'm 34. As I said earlier, I was in a failed car hijacking, and a car ran over me twice. The only place where I actually got really injured is my right foot, my strong foot, the mark that you see right there. Yeah, so after that, I actually did not try again. And when it gets very cold, or when the weather is gloomy, or it's raining, I can literally still feel. And mind you, this happened 9 years ago. So
that's why you retired?
Yes, I went to a physiotherapist, I went to doctors, I went to check my foot out, and
they gave you an all clear?
Not that they gave me an all clear. It probably is also a thing of being scared. And we are women, Marco, and that's why also I pursued education as well, because football in itself
is a short career.
Yes. So besides that, the love for the game will always remain there. But I will try. I've actually told myself that 2018 Kosafa in Potchefstroom was my last that I played for the national team. That was 2018. And after that, I actually did not try again after the accident, because that 2018 was the last I played, and end of the year 2018.
That's when the accident happened. Okay, so number one, it's Lydia.
It's Lydia Egas. Left back, there would definitely be Stacey Naris, number 13. Right? Next to me, we would have in the center back, next to me, I would have Queen Manga.
Queen Manga, okay.
Queen Manga. Club level. Next to Queen, I would have. Mami Kasauna. Next to Mami, I would have Mariana Khaibuse.
Mariana Habuse.
Mariana Khaibuse.
Okay.
Yes, I would have her on my right back. In the midfield, club level, I would then have Bianca Fredericks. I would have Bianca Fredericks. I would have Klinky Fredericks. Yes, sorry, I would have Kumalo. Kumalo was Stephanie Kluter.
Okay.
Stephanie Kluter.
Yeah.
In the midfield.
Yes.
So there would be Stephanie Kluter, which is Kumalo, and then I would have Bianca Fredericks.
Okay.
The two of them in the midfield. On the right wing, I would have Leandre Lucas.
Leandre Lucas. Okay.
She played for Rebel Queens. On the left, I would have Tutora Mafifi.
Okay.
From Botswana. She used to play for our club.
Okay.
I would have Tutora Mafifi, and then on strike, I would have Stella Williams.
Okay. That's one more. You must add one more.
I should add one more.
Yes.
I should add one more. Salome Yambo.
Salome Yambo.
Yes.
Okay. Now those are club level teammates, and they did. You say they are the best that you played with.
Yes.
Now, the international team, the people that you played with. But before you tell us about them, in terms of people like Jackie Shipanga, Jackie Herze, Mami Kasona, are you still in touch with them? Do you still communicate with them?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How is the relationship?
The relationship is okay.
And how do you feel when you see Mami doing such wonderful things? She's the first woman to win.
Totally proud moments.
I mean, to win the newspaper cup with the boys team. She's the first woman to coach in the Premier League. I understand she has been confirmed as coach for Blue Waters for this upcoming season. And she did well last year when she was standing in for Paulos Shipanga. How do you feel about that?
This is a definite big win for women's football. This is a big win for a girl child. This is what one has dreamt of years back. And for it to become in its fruition, for it to become a reality, it's amazing. It really is amazing to think that I was in camp, I was playing with and against these players, and to see the strides right now, I truly am proud. I am proud to have been part of their journey. I am proud that they were part of my journey as well, because at some point we have encouraged each other. At some point we have helped each other. At some point we have spoken about each other's dreams. Yeah, so it's amazing.
Now give us the first 11 for the national team.
Again, Lydia Egas.
Okay.
She has always been the ultimate. We have goalkeepers, but Lydia remains my number one, my first choice goalkeeper. On my right back, I would have Lovisa Mulunga. Next to Lovisa, I would have again Mami Kasauna. Next to Mami, I would have Inakatuta, which is Tapewa. Next to Tapewa, that again would be Stacey Naris.
Okay, you're not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm still part of the current team. I'm going nowhere. I'm very serious.
I see.
I mean that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to midfield.
To midfield, on the right back we have Tomalina Adams. Yeah.
On the right wing, Tomalina.
On the right wing.
And then
next to Tomalina, we would have Memory Ngonda.
Memory.
Next to Memory, we would have my stalwart. I would then have Lena Morales.
Yes.
I would have Lena.
I watched it.
I would have Lena any day. My number 5.
Yeah.
Lena Nora says just next to Memory. And then
on the left?
On the left side, I would have Lorraine Josop.
Lorraine Josop, okay, yeah.
I would have Lalas then.
Then up front, the two strikers?
Up front, a definite Zenata Coleman. And I would have Viola Flita.
Viola Flita. She's very fast and young.
That is my first 11.
And Stella?
National team.
Stella Williams?
Stella Williams is coming on.
As a substitute.
As a substitute.
Okay. All right. If I had to make you now the head of the women's desk at NFA, what would you advocate for? What would be your main 5 points to say, first of all, I need to do this, secondly this, thirdly this, fourthly this, fifthly this? Just 5 key points that you feel will take the women's football to the next level.
Number 1 would be the people that would be working
around you,
around me.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We should have the same interest. We should have the same goal. What is it that we want to attain? So there will be definitely the people that I will be working with. There should then be structured that needs to be put in place. Structure that needs to be put in place, and then time frames that we are looking at. Because there are a lot of times that even as a child, even as an active player, that we have said things of who would want this. This would be an amazing thing to have professional women's football. If we look at South Africa, if I look at the Panyanas, where the exposure that they have.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then it all boils down to, again, I'm going to come back to my number 1. That is very important. Who manages? What interest is it that the management have for the players? I also believe that a lot of my teammates would have been outside, would have made names for themselves.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But it all boils down to what is it that they see? What is it that this management envision for this team? For what is their hand in that, and what you gain from that? Do you understand? So for me, that is very imperative. That is very important. I spoke about the people
around you, yeah.
The people around me.
Yeah.
I spoke about
the structure.
What is it? The time frames. We are working towards what?
Yeah.
In
so
what time frame?
Those are the goals. Yes,
the goals that we are setting, and towards when is it that we are working for these things. The other is what? In as much as I spoke about the people around me, and that also comes with the money aspect, because money plays a very big role in this whole
thing. So finances, yes.
The finance aspect of it, and the distribution of
that finance, yes.
It's very important, because we should understand, because at the end of the day, the players are of the most important
aspect of
management. The players are the most important. So if that concept, if you get that right, I think that.
Now, you have also done work as media work for women's football. How has that been with you? What has been the experience?
I would say the exposure was very good. The exposure was very good. I also feel that, Marco, to be quite honest, we have just spoken. You've just asked me, do I watch? I don't watch, and that is the thing. For you to be part of setups like this,
you need to be
actively
following.
Exactly. So that has taught me that. That has taught me that to do proper research. Number 1, doing proper research and going back to the gurus, the people that have been doing that.
Yeah.
Yes. So I feel it has exposed me in somewhat, and I feel with a lot more exposure, a lot more research that can come with that, and just following games, just watching games, going up to the Premier League games of the men as well. Doing that and staying actively engaged and involved, I think that would just put me more on par.
Okay, to conclude this session now, let's talk about what are your wishes, what are your dreams for Namibian football, especially the women's girl. What are your dreams?
Okay, Marco, we have just spoken about my best 11.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the 12th player. So who is the 12th player? The 12th player is the unknown and the unheard of Stacey Naris. The 12th player that did not get the opportunity, the 12th player that did not get to wear the national jersey. They did not stand in front of a podium, in front of a stadium, and sing the national anthem. And I would say that I am extremely grateful for everybody that had a hand in my success in football. And my dream and my wishes is for the 12th player that is out at the villages, that is not exposed. And I believe with the girls and gold programs and things that the Jackies and them have introduced, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. But if the voice can become louder for the child, for the one that has not been seen, to advocate for who did not get the opportunity. And I'm very grateful for the opportunities that I've received, for the international exposure that I have received. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I was. So I'm really happy.
Okay. Who was the player that you grew up looking up to, a lady player? Who was it that you grew up looking up to?
Is it now international?
Locally one and international one.
Locally one and internationally one. Number one, I would say Stella Williams.
Okay, locally.
Locally.
Yes, and internationally?
Internationally, I would say Martha from Brazil.
Martha, okay.
If you see where Martha came from, her humble beginnings, and what she is today.
Which is why I still have beef with you.
Tell me about it.
Why did you retire so early? I still go back to that. Martha is like 40,
I know.
45, 46, and she's still playing. And you retired.
But did I retire?
Why are you not playing?
Did I have a match where they say, okay, no.
But why are you not playing? You still go back. We still go back to the same point. Why are you not playing?
Marco, I have just explained to you that.
That means I'm not satisfied with your answer, but it's cool. Stacey, are we going to see you back in the field very soon? In any capacity?
In any capacity?
Yes.
Yes.
You can be a player, you can be a medic, you can be a coach, you can be a referee, or what do you call them? The GCs? You know, the guys that take care of football in any capacity. Will you see you?
Definitely.
Okay.
There is a yes.
All right, thank you.
There is a yes from my side.
I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, that brings to an end this session of Game Time with Marco. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure being in your company and making sure that we give you the best when it comes to women's football. We will try and bring as many women as possible to this platform so that we get to hear their stories as they can inspire one or two of ours. My name is Marco Ndlovu. It's been a pleasure being in your company. See you next time.